This is why most closers never make fuck you money, whilst I've had another 5K week. YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly that, why closers don't make the money that they want to make. So for the first full week of January, I'm at 10.1K in commissions, and for the full month, I'm at $16.5 thousand in commissions. Now, it is the 11th of January. At the moment, I've got a 54% close rate. Now, here's the thing, 53% of my deals, they've come from follow-up. So that says only 47% of my deals I've closed this money, 47% of my income has come from one-call closes. The rest has been coming from off-call activities. And that's what I want to talk about this video. I speak with a lot of closers where if there's no calls on their calendar, they might go off, hang out for the day, might go watch some YouTube, do a random role play with a friend, and just chat shit, right? If you put 12 hours in your calendars to work and you're not working, you're just leaving money on the table. So this is where the revenue generating activity is coming. So if I've designated 12 hours to work, and let's say marketing's down, I've only got four booked calls and maybe only 2 of them show, what am I doing for the rest of that 8 hours? Am I just sitting there with my French, but my dick in my hand? Or am I rolling out workflows to re-engage no sales? Or am I hitting follow-ups? Am I nurturing current clients for referrals? Am I doing upsells if your offer has upsells? Mine at the moment doesn't, right? What I've been doing personally is I'm rolling out a workflow Monday, so it's Sunday right now. So tomorrow, one will be rolled out. I've got it approved to all the no sales, okay? And then what I've been doing is just absolutely rinsing follow-up as well as getting client referrals as well. So in translation, when I say I'm working, I'm actually working. Because what we've had a little bit of a hiccup at the moment. It's the first time I've experienced it, is where the finance company, there's been a couple back and forth with the company I work with for sales right now, and they're actually withholding some money. So they're our only finance partner. So why are we going to put more money through them with the deals when they're just going to withhold it? And they're withholding money that we can't use for ads. So right now the bookings are down low, okay? Now we're getting multiple finance partners online now. Should have 3 more on board by the end of the month, so we've got 4 in total. Now this is just obviously the company learned that lesson. It was cool to see that lesson being learnt myself. Not from the cool aspect that it's good to see, but it's a lesson that I know I won't make. Sorry, a mistake I won't make in the future because I've seen that play out. So this is all about all the positives of being a closer, working for some of the top companies, is you get to learn through their mistakes or learn through their lessons, really. It's not a mistake at the end of the day, you just can't foresee that. So I do want to unpack the revenue generating activities more. Let's break down follow-up first. Now, typically, once your sales skills are at a certain level, you should only get logistical follow-ups, where they're waiting for a deposit, they're waiting for money to come in, etc. We're going to mark that task in our inbox on our CRM. Now, if you have the feeling you're like, I don't think that person's coming through, still mark it as a task, we're still going to follow up. Because Ryan Serhant, the real estate agent in New York, it took him like 7-8 years to close one of these huge deals that he ended up doing hundreds of millions of dollars of business with. He said he just called him every other week and just stayed on top of the mind. And that's what we're going to do, even if they're ghosting you. I've had people that have ghosted me and say, hey, I'm ready to proceed. And then there've been a 10K piff, right? I've had that. So you always want to follow up. Now, what I do is if I feel like I'm not sure if they're going to come through, I don't have a high confidence, I just put the task on the CRM. If I feel like they've got a high level of confidence that they're going to come through, maybe it's just purely logistical, something's going on in their life, et cetera, I still put the task on the CRM, but I also take the email and put the task, like the note, in my calendar for that date. So whenever I have a no-show, unless I can pull a call forward to sit now, which is what I do first when there's a no-show, I will then go and clear my inbox, so my messages, as well as the emails. Typically my assistant takes care of the majority of those, but only the ones I need to. And then before I hit any follow-ups, because the tasks can stack up. Some days you can have 80, 100 tasks if you haven't cleared it out for a couple of days because you've been busy. The first thing I hit is my calendar tasks because they're the hot ones. So I hit them, bang, 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 either move them to the next day or delete them once the deals come through, etc. Then I will go into my task CRM, my CRM and all the tasks inside there and then hit through those. Okay, that's the follow-up standpoint. Now workflows, why do we want to do workflows? We can just re-engage. It's so high leverage. We can re-engage every call that has been sat, every lead that has been sat that didn't close. You can hit it with an incentive message on an automated message and then say, hey, would you like to see if you can apply? Then boom, when they reply back to the automated message, call them up, run them through a process straight into objections and try to get the close that way. Now, additionally, one thing I do is the client check-ins to get referrals. What we want to do when we sell someone, we don't just want to, bang, they don't hear from us for 2 to 3 weeks, okay? And then we call them asking for a referral. We don't want to do that. The process is as follows. Let's say we book the onboarding call for 1 or 2 days from when they close. Is once we hop off the call, we send them a welcome message to the company, and then we put a task for like a couple hours after their onboarding call. Hey Scott, how was your onboarding call? Smiley face, bang. And then what we do, we set our first weekly task for exactly 1 week after the day that they signed on. We say, hey man, how's things been tracking with the bootcamp, or how have things been tracking with the program? What's been happening? Boom. And then we do this for the second week, right? And then on the third week, every 3rd, 6th, 9th, 12th, obviously recurring week, we want to give them a call. Now, because we've stayed top of mind, we've showed that we're interested, we've showed that we're not just looking for the referral, and we've checked in and showed genuine care. Now on that third week from when they closed, we're going to call them up. Hey Scott, how's things been? What's been happening personally? Okay, boom, boom, boom. Awesome. How's things been going with the program? Where are you at? Okay, perfect. Now they're going to either give you 2 responses. Things are going really, really well, or they're struggling with a couple things. What we do then now, and say, oh, awesome. Well, that's actually part of the reason I'm calling, because I found this resource this morning I came across. I thought it was so inspiring. Now what I do, I have 2 David Goggins YouTube videos. One is about when you're facing challenges, which the people that are having a challenge right now, I send that YouTube video. Hey Scott, oh, awesome, man. Look, I found this David Goggins video this morning. I watched it. I thought it was awesome. I'll shoot it over to you. Let me know how you find it when you're facing challenges. As casual as that. So you provided value. Now, if they're going really, really good, we also get another David Goggins video, but it's about complacency and being comfortable, right? So like pushing even when things are good, etc. So I send them that other YouTube video. And then once I thought, oh, thanks, man, I really appreciate it. And I'm like, oh no, awesome. Well, I guess with that in mind, like, who do you know, maybe like friends, family, that might want to make a transition or get into XYZ business model like yourself? Because what we get to do, man, it's a bit of a win-win, because if you refer someone and they actually sign up, we can give you a bonus, right? We can give you $500 for making the connection. And obviously us as a company, we get to win because we get to continue our mission of helping more people. So with that in mind, who else do you know that is looking to XYZ outcome? You don't ask who do you know. Sorry, you don't ask do you know anyone? We ask who do you know? Because, oh, do you know anyone? They can either give you a no, right? It's a no, yes based question. So we want to ask, who do you know? We're assuming they know someone. Oh, well, we've got fucking Tim from down the pub. Tim from my neighbor Pam. Pam has been wanting to make a transition. Bang, we get their number, send them a message. Hey, we send the referral message. Hey, Sam is doing XYZ. This is Jax from XYZ company. Not sure if he told you that I'd be reaching out. He mentioned you might wanting to ABC outcome. Do you want me to send you some, are you informed of how that goes? Hang on. Are you informed of how we work? ... Question mark. Or do you want me to send you some resources? Question mark. So give permission to send some resources, then send her like a really good YouTube video, maybe some other pre-call resources, book them on a call with yourself, bang, can close that deal. Now you can also negotiate with your company to get a higher commission percentage on referral leads. First of all, referral leads are going to be way easier to close than normal leads, because their friend has told them the program's good, right? Like you can't get much more of a testimonial than that. Second of all, you can negotiate with a company and that whatever they spend on marketing, so it might be $500 or $1,000 per closed call. You can say, awesome, well, can I have my normal 10% comms plus $1,000 on top for referral deals? Because whatever you're going to pay in marketing, you just send over to me. And I'll be like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Or they might say, look, man, can we do $750? So they get obviously a little bit of discount. You're like, cool, well, $750 I wasn't getting before. So more incentivized to get referrals. So we can go that way. And then over time, once you stay, this is why getting with the top offer number one, but staying with them long-term is crucial, because you just build a pipeline of follow-ups, of no sales, a pipeline of referrals, and it's just constant cash coming in, even when there's no SAT calls. Now, an additional thing that I've added in this week, I've added in a 1 hour no-show slot for me. So I work 12 hours a day plus 2 hours of like training, team meetings, so around 14 hours a day, but 12 hours open for calls and for revenue generating activities. When I get a no-show, either going to be my first no-show or a no-show after 12 p.m. because I work from 9 to 9. What I'm doing now is I'm pumping down one of my meals, right? Then I'm going for a walk, letting that digest, and then going for like a maybe 2-3K really good run. Put some tunes in, crank it, feeling really good, and then come back, have a hot shower, bang, get changed again, ready for my next half of the day in calls. What I've noticed is this is phenomenal state control. I will either do this at the time I just told you, or if I ever have a shit call or a couple of shit calls, I'm going to do this as a quick hour reset. So when I come back, I'm in a completely different state and frequency for my next calls, which I'm a firm believer, as you would have known from my channel. I believe 50% of the results in sales you have are from your scale skills and your ability, as well as like your revenue generating activities. And your other 50%, I believe, is from your state and your frequency. Because if you're a negative fuck, people don't want to buy from that. But if you're high vibe, you're high energy, nothing too crazy, not gay or anything like that, where it's coming across unauthentic. But if you've got a different frequency, a different state, it's like the law of attraction, you're going to attract a lot more in your sales calls, okay? Now, as I mentioned, it is the 11th of January. This is going to be my last full month in Medellin, and the next month I'm moving to Playa de Carmen in Mexico. Now, we'll also have a Miami trip in there as well. So I'll go from Medellin to Miami for 4 or 5 nights, and then over to Mexico. So in Miami, going with my brother as well as our accountant. So we're going to get a Airbnb for the few days. Never been to Miami, so that's going to be awesome. And then we're also going to open a bunch of bank accounts, both personal and business, with the credit cards. And then in around 3 months from February, we'll have the Platinum Amex we'll be using in the US. So it's following the plan to get the Amex. Once we get the Amex, we just get the points for ads. When you spend $1 on ads, you get 5 Amex points. That's absolutely crazy. So we can never pretty much pay for a flight again, and you just fly business class to an extent, obviously. Right? So if you found some value in this video, drop me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, because why not? You want to hit subscribe for my channel, let's do it. And also follow me on Instagram and leave a comment as well, because why not? So have a great day, guys, everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.